Evans. Now, 2 county executive committee members and 14 other top officials in the Nairobi County government have been suspended following the Precious Talent School tragedy that killed 8 pupils. In a reaction to the disaster, Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha has ordered St. Catherine Bombolulu Primary School in Kibra closed for having weak buildings. Caroline B. with that report.
Governor Mike Sonko is suddenly keen on restoring order and sanity before illegal structures claim more lives, as was the case at the Precious Talent School in Ng'ando Ward, Nairobi County, after 8 pupils died and several others injured when a classroom they were in collapsed. He has suspended 16 county top officials to allow for investigations over the tragedy and an audit of the urban planning department. Among those suspended officials are Charles Kerich, the county executive member of Finance and Economic Planning and a former CEC Lands and Urban Planning; Mohammed Dagane, the health CEC responsible for general public health and safety; Justice Kadenge, the county chief officer for urban planning, whose suspension period has now been extended; the director of planning, compliance and enforcement, Jas Pandeke; Dominic Mutegi, the director of development management; the assistant director of enforcement, Frederick Ochanda; Director for Urban Planning, Ruth Waruguru, and her Assistant Director, Thomas Dudi. The list goes on with Simon Onyango, the Development Officer charged with the regularization of buildings and approval of architectural plans; Alex Musheru, the Development Control Officer tasked with overseeing approval of buildings and schools on behalf of public health and safety; Marklin Saitera and Edna Guantai, Development Control Officers also tasked with the approval of building plans and school inspection; Joyce Kiengo, the Dagoretti South Sub-County Administrator; Lucy Wairimu Munyika, the Dagoretti South Sub-County Commander; Sylvia Mwikali Thinga, Dagoretti South Sub-County Planning Officer; and Kennedy Okal, the Ng'ando Ward Administrator. Governor Sonko appointed Pauline Kahiga as the acting CEC Finance and Economic Planning and Veska Kangogo as the acting Health CEC to ensure smooth flow of operations in the affected dockets.
So that conclusion supported
Elsewhere, in an impromptu visit, Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha also shut down St. Catherine Bombolulu Primary School in Kibra for having weak structures. Magoha then ordered all the 207 pupils to move to the nearby Ayani Primary School and continue their studies there in order to avoid a repeat of the Precious Talent School disaster.
With the immediate effect, we are shutting down that school. The community must understand that we are acting in the best interest of their children. And that's why we came here. I walked from that place to here to ensure that there was capacity for those children to be enrolled here.
He has subsequently directed a nationwide inspection of schools, and those that don't comply with set standards are to be closed down immediately. Magoha closed Precious Talent Primary until Monday to allow for investigations before further action is taken. Caroline B., KTN News.
That story is a source of our BQ tonight, where we ask,